Every night, while the skyline of Los Angeles glows against the Pacific Ocean and the towers of Manhattan shine above Times Square, tens of thousands of people prepare for something most residents never imagine. They prepare to sleep outside, not in apartments, not in hotel rooms, but on sidewalks, inside tents, under highways, in doorways, and in parked cars hidden between luxury buildings. In Los Angeles County alone, more than 75,000 people experience homelessness on any given night. In New York City, over 80,000 people stay inside shelters, while thousands more remain unsheltered, navigating the streets on their own. Behind the glamour of Hollywood red carpets and Wall Street power suits lies a reality that feels almost unreal. In Los Angeles, one of the most recognized areas is Skid Row. Just blocks away from expensive lofts and trendy coffee shops, entire streets are lined with tents. Blue tarps stretch from fence to fence. Shopping carts overflow with blankets, clothes, and everything a person owns. The contrast is sharp and uncomfortable. On one side, rooftop pools and private security guards. On the other, people waiting in line for donated meals, building fragile shelters out of plastic sheets and wooden pallets, hoping the wind will not tear everything apart overnight. Some residents in nearby apartments pay more than $3,000 a month for a one-bedroom unit. For someone earning minimum wage, even working full-time, that amount is almost impossible to afford. New York City tells a different but equally intense story. The city that never sleeps becomes a place where some people cannot safely sleep at all. During winter, when temperatures drop below freezing, survival becomes urgent. Many homeless individuals ride the subway all night, traveling from one end of the line to the other to stay warm. They sit quietly, trying not to draw attention, carrying everything they own in backpacks or small suitcases. Others find corners in large stations, positioning themselves near bright lights and security cameras for a sense of protection. Hypothermia is not a distant threat. It is a real danger that has taken lives during the coldest nights. Homelessness in these cities rarely begins with a single bad decision. More often, it starts with a chain reaction. A medical emergency leads to overwhelming bills. A sudden layoff makes rent impossible to pay. A landlord raises the rent by hundreds of dollars. Someone escapes an abusive home with nowhere safe to go. In cities where the cost of living is among the highest in the world, missing just one paycheck can mean eviction. And once a person is evicted, rebuilding stability becomes incredibly difficult. Without a permanent address, applying for jobs becomes complicated. Many employers require proof of residence. Without consistent sleep, mental and physical health decline. Anxiety increases. Depression deepens. Without safe storage, important documents like identification cards, birth certificates, and social security numbers can be lost or stolen. Replacing those documents requires time, money, and transportation, resources that are already limited. There is also the constant pressure of visibility. In Los Angeles, city sweeps sometimes clear tent encampments with little notice. Belongings can be thrown away. Temporary shelters disappear in minutes. In New York, public spaces are heavily monitored. People are often asked to move along even when they have nowhere else to go. Stability becomes temporary. Safety becomes uncertain. As evening falls in LA, palm trees cast long shadows over sidewalks where people prepare their sleeping spots. In Manhattan, the bright lights reflect off cold concrete as commuters rush home. For most residents, night means rest. For thousands of homeless men and women, night means heightened awareness. It means choosing a location that feels slightly safer than the last. It means staying alert to footsteps, sirens, and sudden changes in weather. Beneath the tallest skyscrapers in America's richest cities, survival is not dramatic or cinematic. It is quiet, exhausting, and constant. And for tens of thousands of people in Los Angeles and New York, making it through the night is the first and most important victory of every single day. When night fully settles over Los Angeles and New York, survival enters its most dangerous phase. Darkness changes everything. Streets grow quieter in some neighborhoods and more unpredictable in others. For people living without stable shelter, choosing where to sleep can determine whether they wake up safely in the morning. In Los Angeles, many unsheltered individuals form small communities inside tent encampments. There is an unspoken system. Some people stay awake in shifts, keeping watch, while others rest. Belongings are placed strategically, shopping carts locked together or tied to poles so they cannot be easily stolen. Trust becomes both essential and risky. A neighbor might protect you, or they might disappear with your last blanket. Safety is never guaranteed, but being alone can be even more dangerous. Others sleep inside vehicles. Across LA, thousands of people live in cars, vans, or old RVs parked along quiet streets. From the outside, it may look like an ordinary parked car. Inside, someone is carefully arranging seats to create a flat surface, covering windows with fabric for privacy. They must constantly move to avoid tickets or complaints. One knock from law enforcement in the middle of the night can mean another forced relocation. Gas becomes heat in winter and air circulation in summer, but fuel costs money. Every decision becomes a calculation. In New York City, survival often revolves around access to warmth. During freezing months, subway trains become moving shelters. Some ride for hours trying to stay unnoticed. Others rely on the city's shelter system, which is one of the largest in the United States. But shelters come with strict rules. Curfews must be followed. Personal space is limited. Theft and conflict are common concerns. For some, the structure provides safety. For others, it feels overwhelming or unsafe, pushing them back onto the streets. Finding food is another daily battle. In both cities, food banks and non-profit organizations distribute meals, but supply does not always meet demand. Long lines form early. Missing the distribution window can mean going hungry until the next day. Some people collect recyclable bottles and cans to earn small amounts of cash. Others rely on odd jobs, day labor, or informal work that pays in cash. Even a few dollars can mean a hot meal instead of cold leftovers. Access to water and hygiene is equally challenging. Public restrooms are limited and many close at night. In Los Angeles, some rely on portable toilets placed near encampments. In New York, large train stations or fast food restaurants become temporary options, but access can be denied. Maintaining cleanliness is not about comfort. It is about dignity and health. Infections spread quickly in crowded environments. A minor untreated wound can become serious without medical attention. Healthcare remains one of the most fragile lifelines. Without insurance or identification, visiting a hospital can feel intimidating. Many wait until conditions become emergencies. Mobile clinics and outreach teams try to bridge the gap, offering basic medical care and mental health support. But resources are stretched thin. The scale of the crisis often overwhelms available services. Despite these hardships, routines form. Morning means packing up sleeping areas before city workers arrive. Afternoon might involve searching for services, charging phones in libraries, or attending appointments with caseworkers. Evening means preparing once again for uncertainty. The cycle repeats daily. In cities known for opportunity, ambition, and wealth, homelessness reveals another side of urban life. It exposes how thin the line can be between stability and crisis. Survival in Los Angeles and New York is not just about finding a place to lie down. It is about navigating a complex system of risks, limited resources, strict regulations, and constant movement. And as we continue, the deeper question emerges. What does this relentless struggle do to a person's mind, identity, and hope over time? Beyond the daily struggle for food and sleep, the deeper battle in Los Angeles and New York is about escape. Getting off the streets is far more complicated than simply finding a job. The system meant to help can feel overwhelming. Housing programs often have long waiting lists. Some people wait months, even years, for affordable units to become available. During that time, they must remain reachable, keep documents safe, and attend appointments. Missing one meeting can mean starting over. In Los Angeles, outreach teams move through encampments offering case management, mental health referrals, and temporary shelter placements. But not everyone accepts help immediately. Some have had negative experiences in crowded shelters. Others fear losing their belongings during sudden moves. Trust takes time, and time on the streets changes people. Still, many eventually agree to transitional housing, small rooms with shared bathrooms where they can begin rebuilding stability. In New York City, the shelter system is massive but strict. Curfews, mandatory check-ins, and limited privacy make adjustment difficult. Families are often placed in separate facilities from single adults. Despite these challenges, shelters provide something critical: an address. That address can be used for job applications, benefits, and identification documents. It becomes the first small step toward normalcy. Employment is another steep hill to climb. Gaps in work history raise questions. Clean clothing, transportation costs, and internet access become barriers before an interview even begins. Some nonprofits offer job training programs specifically designed for homeless individuals. These programs teach practical skills, help build resumes, and sometimes connect participants directly with employers willing to give second chances. Success stories exist, but they require persistence and support. Healthcare also plays a major role in long-term recovery. Untreated injuries, chronic illnesses, and mental health conditions can prevent someone from maintaining steady work. Mobile clinics and community health centers try to fill this gap, providing basic treatment without requiring insurance. Stabilizing health often becomes the turning point that allows someone to focus on employment and housing. Yet even with assistance, the emotional weight of homelessness does not disappear overnight. Months or years of instability can leave lasting scars. Many people describe feeling constantly alert, even after moving into housing. The fear of losing everything again lingers. Rebuilding confidence takes time. So does rebuilding trust in society. At the same time, there are powerful examples of resilience. In Los Angeles, former residents of Skid Row have gone on to become outreach workers themselves, guiding others through the system they once struggled to navigate. In New York, individuals who once slept on subway trains now advocate for policy changes, sharing their stories publicly to push for reform. These transformations do not happen easily, but they prove that change is possible. The homelessness crisis in America's biggest cities is not a simple story of failure. It is a complex intersection of high housing costs, wage gaps, healthcare expenses, and systemic barriers. Skyscrapers and luxury apartments may dominate the skyline, but at street level, another reality unfolds each night. As traffic moves through Manhattan and palm trees sway in Los Angeles, thousands continue fighting quiet battles for stability. Some will find housing, some will reconnect with family, some will take years to recover, and some will remain trapped in a cycle that feels impossible to break. Behind every tent, every subway rider, and every parked car used as shelter is a human story, not just of struggle, but of endurance. In cities known for ambition and wealth, survival on the streets reveals a different kind of strength. And for many, the ultimate goal is simple yet powerful: a safe place to sleep, a door that locks, and the chance to start again.